Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Unmuted December wrap-up. We're going to reminisce on the year and the challenge. What's next for Unmuted and for the Ecam Fam channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Anna, and you're watching Unmuted. And there's the video that's supposed to come on right now, and it's not coming, but it's all right. We're gonna go into the interview right now while this video just loads. It's coming. I can hear it. I can hear it. Oh, okay, here we go.
Yay!
Hello, my team. Look at this beautiful, this is a beautiful panel right here. Thank you so much to all of you for participating on the channel, for the collaborations, for everything that you did throughout the challenge. And Katie and Jill, thank you so much for your support and for your vote of confidence as I was developing this whole concept for the Unmuted December challenge. So to you.
Our pleasure. We're like, someone wants to lead something that's like women doing all the things and crushing it, and someone other than me and Katie are gonna organize and get people on the stream and make scenes and everything. Yeah, it was a very easy thing for us to support, for sure.
Aww. And then Marianne, Faye, Diane, Mary Lou, thank you so much of you for your time, because this was time. Like you participated in the challenge, and Mary Lou, that video was amazing. I had Ziploc bags going on my drawers. And then Marianne, I got my book here. I mean my new planner. I got it here. Yes. So I'm there with colors and everything. So I am excited about it. And then Faye, you're awesome with your organization, and I can't wait to see how much you elaborated it, because you said you needed to make some changes and all the things. And then Diana just killed it with a video, ChatGPT codes and things that we can do to get our videos going. I mean, let me just reach down here and do this. So yes, and to you, the fam, thank you so much for participating and for being here with us through this challenge, because as Katie mentioned on LinkedIn, 2026 is about to be unmuted. Unmuted. Katie.
Oh my gosh. This was such a fun challenge. I think sometimes oftentimes I completely overthink everything. And so this challenge was great because it was really about like simplifying, cleaning house, and getting ready for the next year, which is like my favorite thing to do at this time of year. So I was so thrilled that everyone was along on the journey, because there's just something about like physically cleaning out your desk and digitally like deleting those files and even just naming things so you can find them easier. It's such a simple thing, but it goes such a long way in just making you feel better and getting you in the right frame of mind for what's next and what's to come. So it's been super fun. And I put in the community, so if you're watching this now or even in a couple of weeks, it's okay. If you've missed all of this, you can still go through the steps. We'll still support you. You can do this regularly. You can do this in January or February. You haven't missed anything just because you're not doing it here with us in December. completely fine at any point. It's a really great reset to get you ready for what's next and what's to come. So I'm thrilled that you did this, Anna. I think it's been a really great experience for me selfishly, for me personally.
Yeah. I mean, that's like so you mentioned it. I cleaned my cables, which was the biggest. I don't. It was the biggest block for me, and I call it block because it was. Every time I walk into my studio and I will see the mess of cables, I'll be like, ah. And now I just walk in and I'm like, I did that. And then it comes in good. It's
Amazing.
like exactly. Let me flip it like Jill did. I did that.
Not a big deal, guys. Like, I just did that, and it's amazing. Yeah.
Yes, Jill. Go ahead, Jill.
I mean, come on. It really is funny though, like the task avoidance that a lot of creatives face. Especially maybe if you're like a little neurospicy, there's like, oh, I don't feel confident. I don't have a system for this. I don't have a system for that. Or like the negative self-talk and the shame. And then you just kind of sit in that and you perpetuate it. And then finally you get that like dopamine, or you get that inspiration, or you get that support from other people. And then you do the thing that you've been avoiding and you're like, I'm amazing. I am so gifted. And it's almost like all of that stuff temporarily disappears. So I think having the consistent reminder that like always improving our systems, always looking at other people that are better at specific things, not as like but like taking their tips and improving one thing at a time and owning it. But yeah, it is funny how like, yeah, I avoid putting away all my laundry and then I finally do it. I'm like, I am such a clean freak. I just finally did one thing.
One thing,
right.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've done the one thing today, exactly.
Listen, put it
But
away
you should
the
still
laundry.
celebrate it.
Put it away the laundry. It's not one thing. It's a huge task. I mean, it's huge. You have to fold. You have to open drawers, put it back in, find new places for new things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to keep doing it. It never stops. So at least with cable
Where's the
management,
subscription
you do
for
it like
the-
quarterly.
Right. Where's the subscription for the like professional clothes folder or something? Where's that person at? Where's that
I will
professional
pay it.
laundry person?
I'm married to him, so I'm all set in my house.
Oh, okay. So that's
So
like
I
Well,
guess the gap.
go.
Actually, I'm
Find
intimidated. I
a
don't fold
husband.
anymore.
Faye's holding out on us. Send us your husband, Faye.
Just send it to my house.
You know what? The bar has just been
Done.
raised significantly. Sir, do you fold and put away said laundry in a timely manner? This is a approval and declination status. Just saying.
See, I'm the person that actually I will say I excel at laundry, but as an avoidance, I'm like, well, I did laundry today, and like the rest of my to-do list is just crying. I'm like, look at me folding it and putting it away. And so it's my like I'm good at it, but also I really shouldn't be because I'm using it to avoid all of the other things.
Yeah.
Because it's easy-ish. You're
Hey,
like,
so
well, I can
Marianne,
fold. You don't need any brain space to fold.
Marianne, first of all, everyone, it is, Marianne, what time is it on your end? Please share with us.
It is Tuesday, the 30th of December at 3 a.m.
Word.
So
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
Here. I'm here.
3 a.m., that's dedication right there. And not only is she dedicated, fam, but look at her blowout. Like, she's just, she came with it. I'm like,
Now we're talking.
Was that you, Jill?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So, Marianne, I saw you posted in the Ecam Fam, the Facebook group, what you're planning and your YouTube. Is that what you mentioned that you were going to continue doing in Notion, or is that? Talk to us, share with us about that specific part, because we were talking about it on your week 2 of the digital reset, and I would like to hear more about it.
Yeah, so Notion is a new thing. It's always been in the background. I've seen people using it, and I'm sort of not anti-digital because my whole ethos is, pen and paper and paper planning, but it is important to ensure that if I'm not out and about with my pen and planner, that I have something mobile with me, and Notion. You can, Chat GPT, Notion, Google Calendar. It's all on my phone. So yeah, I want to use it more so for to help untangle, unmute, and with this cleanup challenge of ours, to have a place where all my ideas are at, and then I can tap into, because at the moment I have notebooks of ideas, things that's in my chat prompts, post-it notes. So yeah, Notion is something that I would really like to tap into. And I said to you as well, I'm just using the free version, so for what I'm needing at the moment. And I think there's a new AI there, so there's so many capabilities that it can do that I don't want to overwhelm myself. I just use it for what I need right now, and then I'll delve into it a little bit more as I go along, as hopefully my content creation and planning and organizing gets even better for 2026.
Yeah, and it will get even better. It will get, because you're already doing the thing. So you are on cue, Marianne, to give us an update on Unmuted on one of these episodes coming up in 2026. So yes, Faye, you just mentioned to us that you were traveling, and you do bring your show everywhere. And fam, if you don't know about Faye, Faye is an amazing puppeteer, and she can do her introduction way better than we can. But if you want to know more about Faye, check out week 3 of the challenge. She went in and she showed us how she organizes her scenes to be able to recall specific scenes, specific moments that she wants to come up with her puppets. So you can check that out. But Faye, you just mentioned to us that you brought your show somewhere else, so your studio, you're trying to put it back together. How do you do that with the scenes in Ecamm?
So yeah, that's like a great question. I think for me, this reboot that we're doing really inspired me to also just take a look at all of the scenes. It's like I created my scenes back in 2020 or early 21. And for me, what I did is I went and I just cleaned house. I'm like, this is an old format of using Ecamm. There's so many more ways you can be more nimble and more dynamic and how things behave. So I took this as an opportunity to do that. So a lot of what I've been focusing on, and that's why I went a little bit quiet in the last 2 weeks, is I actually, part of what I do is I have to actually create pre-recorded to behave as if it's live. So there's live and pre-recorded. I literally brought in a whole team and spent a week re-recording everything so that it can then behave in the ways that Ecamm can maximize now. So that's what I did for the reboot. So yeah, that's why my studio is the way it is now, because I had to bring all the puppets to this much bigger studio.
Puppets everywhere.
There's puppets literally. Hold a second. I'm gonna leave for a second just so you see. Like literally.
I love it.
And I'm tidy, right? Like the first week, I was like, I'm pretending to regaff my cables because I'm obsessive. Like that's what you fold, Katie. You fold laundry. What I do is I label. I label things and gaff things.
Yeah.
So like. But literally, this is what I'm staring at in front of me. Like it should be on a stand, but instead it's like on a table like this, and I'm like, oh. And then like, okay, one other thing, and then like, this is a costume piece. Like, why is there a hat? This is what I'm staring at as I talk to you guys. So yes,
I love it.
but
It sparks joy.
sometimes you have to make it a little messy to make it tidy again.
That's it.
But sometimes you have to deconstruct to put it back together in a way that is stronger, better, and more progressive. And that's what I'm doing. So
Had me a gap.
Yes.
I don't know what to do with this.
Having a gap it's the gift that keeps on giving, A good roll of gaffer's tape
Sit here
saves
like this
lives.
now.
There you go.
What's his name?
This is Ruby Robin. And in fact, the reason it's gaffed like this is super fun. It used to be a pre-recorded content, but with my collaborator, so I'm going to be partnering. So when I do my lives, I'm actually going to have somebody in the studio with me so that we can like bump into her. And we're going to be working with Fulgens, I think. We're talking about that. So he can moderate. So there's going to be like a 3-person team every time. And we gaffed this because now the puppet's actually going to fly into Ecamm. And
That's
like when I'm doing
awesome.
my lives, and I'm going to give Ruby Robin a letter and she will fly off screen. And this makes it so that the green screen, she'll look like she's flying. So this is because we've been doing part of, like I said, to make it messy, to make it clean again. We've been doing film tests with Ecamm, like trying all these things. Like what happens if Mrs. Flutterby, that's the character I play, if she comes in as an overlay as a circle, but the pre-recorded puppet is looking at her, and what happens if manually we travel that bubble and the puppet keeps watching. So we've been just like really trying to figure out like how
So
to
cool.
take Ecamm and just blow out all the things without making it like, how do you say that, like too gimmicky, but like actually make it magical. And that's what I've been doing with the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I love it,
That's
Faye.
so
We
cool.
must we must see that like once. Okay, that's awesome. And that's the cool thing about it. What you just mentioned, just play around with Ecamm and see what you can do with the tool. You know, it's not just one thing. It just I guess morphed into whatever you want to make it, depending on what you're doing, right? So this is awesome. Hello everyone in the chat. We will see you. I'll bring you up in a minute, but let's talk to Diana. Diana, thank you so much, my love. I mean, like I'm telling you, that episode, I listened to it again. I wrote a lot of things, and like I mentioned to you, you gave me so many ideas for next Unmuted episodes, and it's just, you were incredible. So thank you so much for that. And then now share with us, how was the challenge for you?
The challenge was good because for me it was so like honestly it's nice to have somebody else come up with the list of things to do. So like the first week cables are fine because again gaffer's tape, you know, as soon as you say gaffer's tape I'm like it soul sister, okay? And so for real it's like I'm looking at my roll, I'm like, oh, okay, we can add you to the Amazon cart just to make sure. But like so cables are fine. Because for me, my thing is I love systems that are duplicatable. So first week is fine. Digital is fine for the most part. It's like I honestly haven't changed a whole lot with Ecamm. It's only if I have something that I'm doing and it's like a new idea of how I want to do it. But ultimately, it's like for the stuff that I've done, it's like it hasn't really changed with that. So digital was for the most part fine with Ecamm, but digital cleanup, even though it's like have a file system, even though you have a way of organizing your digital mess or whatever, taking another look at it. And again, just having somebody else draft the checklist of things for you was fantastic because, again, it takes a lot of the mental calories that you're burning trying to think of what should I think of first and what's the list that I should draft, what makes the list, what doesn't. So just having a nice week by week thing has been so relieving because you can just go through and say, okay, do I have this or where could I clean this up? And then the fun thing about it was backtracking. So even though it's like I'm doing a digital thing, it's like, oh, it's like I have that portable monitor. It's like I can use that portable monitor, which introduces the cable. You can use the cable stuff. So that system comes back into play and you can backtrack to the previous weeks. And I'm like, okay, so what does this change with Ecamm? What does this change with Zoom? What does this change with whatever? So as you have new ideas, it's like going back in the Unmuted challenge. Now things can play because I did have to rearrange my cables because I wind up switching one out. And replacing them. And so I'm like, okay, so now does this system still work? And I think a lot of times that's the thing is you have a set system. You don't want to change it. You don't want to touch it. I love the set it and forget it method ever since that infomercial came out eons ago. But the thing is, as you have new ideas, as new things come up, you can go back in the previous weeks and still continuously use those tips and stuff that you picked up, which is something that I absolutely love because they don't go away. They just kind of grow with you and your ideas. So I've loved it. The whole thing, I'm a pen and paper person as well. And again, since you said Post-it notes, I literally, before I hopped on camera, I had, or I moved a notebook because a pen and paper person and some Post-it notes just flew out of somewhere. Yes, and I'm like, where did y'all come from? Now I have to go through and figure out where do you go, where do you belong, and what do I do with you? Once I read you, until further notice, they're hidden back in another notebook someplace until the dream is over. But it's nice to have those systems to come back to. Again, just as things come up, they don't go away; they just kind of grow with you. So I've loved going through that on the back end.
Thank you, Diana, for sharing that. And that is a great point you make because when we make changes, we make the changes, but when we come in, we resurface with the same workflow, right? We go like, oh, trying to do it the same way. And we're like, wait a second, we change things. So it's not going to be the same as it was before. So doing a check after we rearrange something, it's a good idea. And another thing that I was mentioning to Katie is that the thing with me is when I move my roadcaster, because I'm trying to find a place to live. Like him and I have a relationship, but I don't know where to put him. Like sometimes he gets too on the way, and I'm like, come on, guy. So I'm trying to figure him out. But then when I unplug him and I go back, and then I can't hear, the thing, and people can't hear me. So taking a picture of the broadcaster has been the thing for me when I am rearranging spaces, and then also coming in and having to reroute him again. Because sometimes I change the microphones. I put it in the plug 1, and change it to 2. So thank you, Diana, for that. If anybody,
I love that
anybody
you
else?
labeled its pronouns as he and him, because he sounds a little difficult. Sounds like, persnickety. And like things have to be done a certain way for him to give you what you need.
Yes.
And so just you being aware of that and articulating it and
Perfect.
I just appreciate it. I just wanted to
Thank you
mark-
so
mark
much.
the moment
Yeah.
there. You're welcome.
Thank
That's
you,
what I'm
Jill,
here
for noticing that. Yeah.
I think Diana, you were the first person actually, like in my Meet the Pros series that I was forced to do when I first started this job. You were one of my early interviews, and one of the things you said that has like stayed with me all the way through has been the idea of gaffer tape to mark where things are, and I have stayed with that like all the way, even when I had no idea what any of the things were. I was like, well, I can't move this without putting a piece of tape on the ground, as Diana said. So that, like, I really think that simple tip has gone such a long way. And now I have like all the different colors of it, because Doc is awesome and is always buying us new ones for the office and for home. But it has stayed with me all the way through at home, when I'm traveling, in the studio. It's like tape everywhere, little markers everywhere,
Yep.
labeled, because it does make a big difference. I don't even have all that much in this space, but my kids are inevitably like, they're like, we recorded a video, and everything is moved all over the place.
So it's
having
funny.
it back in place.
It's funny that you bring that up, because I literally gave one of my older tripods to my niece who's getting into content creation. And so I raised the tripod, and up you see those different Sharpie markers that say, like, for this lens, for the 20 millimeter, do this one. For the, so I explained it. I literally explained the system to her. I'm like, so when you set your phone up, you sitting down, figure out like this one's the chair, this one's this angle of the room or whatever. Because again, you set it, you forget it. And again, it makes it easy just to go from record to edit in a very simple way. I still use that system to this day. That's why I'm like, gaffer's tape makes the world go around. I'm convinced.
Yeah, small spend, big impact. Ordered that on Amazon today. Yeah.
Someone drop their affiliate link in the comments.
Gaffer
We're
tape,
busy
yeah.
right now. Paul, go for it.
So Mary Lou, your video generated a lot of great ideas. And I'm wondering, how do you end up with it? Because I know you were rearranging things. How did the challenge go for you on that front, challenge one, which was cable management, and then the rest of it?
Hopefully you can hear me. I am not on my internet because my internet broke. You don't understand how much internet we rely on until you absolutely have nothing, not even the neighbors. So that first week was really great, because that's a system that I've had for a long time, but it had fallen apart. So it was good to be reminded, like, wait, you did have a system. We just have to go implement it again. So the framework was in place, and I was like, oh, this is something that I think will be helpful. So I'm so glad that so many people found that helpful, because the overwhelm for me is like finding a place for every single thing is really hard. But if I can get it into a department, then it's, when I need to go find it, it's a smaller place to look. I'm not looking at absolutely everything. But in doing that, and throughout the weeks of all of the things that we were fixing, clean space means fresh ideas. So like, I'm ready. I'm starting a new show next week, you guys. Like, we're fresh, unmuted. Like, let it go. We're doing it. Assuming I have internet.
Well, the internet's working great for you, so you're about to do it, even if it's just audio, right? Because audio
Yes.
does still come through. The image might frizz, but the audio comes through, so you go for it. Yeah, so that was great. So if you all don't know what Mary Lou is referring to about the apartment, there's a video in the Ecamm Live Facebook group where you can watch Mary Lou explaining how she compartmentalized her her cables and all the things. But the things that I enjoy about that, it was the Ziploc bags, because we have Ziploc bags that we don't know what to do with. And so I'm like, ooh, I can use this. And then Sharpies, I have tons of color Sharpies. So I was like, yes, I can label this really cute. And that works for me. So that was great. Mary Lou, thank you for sharing that with us.
Glad that you liked it. And then we also like there's always those Ziploc bags that when we order something from Amazon, it like comes in a Ziploc bag. Like you could reuse those. You can get your gaff tape, you can label, you can, get stickers. You can get like as granular with it or as loose with it as works for you. And then it's really helpful when I needed to find like a dongle. I know I have a baggie with dongles that's in this box. And then whenever I find a dongle, it has to go to that box. And it's a bigger box, right? It's not like 100 drawers. It's a banker's box. Keep it simple. Departments. Then it's their problem. The department head's problem, not mine.
This is actually great because Jill, you and I were chatting like weeks back about the fact that we're both the kind of people that have to like go and buy all of the organizational stuff before we can organize. So the fact that Mary Lou is using Ziploc bags is genius, because then it snaps you out of that mindset. I'm like, well, I can't organize my room because I need the bins with the lids, which are like thousands of dollars by the time I bought all the bins, and then I'm burned out and exhausted and have no money left and I don't want to do the project. So Ziploc bags are an awesome way to go, because they're so easy. You can label them, and like you can just toss them in a box, or they don't even, you could put them in different areas. They don't necessarily even need to have any of the super expensive, so overpriced organizational systems. So I love that tip. It was mind blowing for me.
Oh, Anna, you might be muted.
Unmute, Anna.
Unmuted.
Unmute.
That's when I was trying to do the other thing. Okay, so what do we need here? We need Faye. Okay, Faye.
We need Faye back.
Get Faye back.
We need Faye back.
There we go.
Faye's here,
There.
just trying to figure out yes.
Okay, so I thought it was on my end. I'm like, I have Faye here before.
No.
One of the puppets ran across the screen.
Classic.
Kidnapped by a puppet.
Bring back Mrs. Flutterby.
Kimbusha, it is so great to see you here. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a minute. And the Generator podcast, Marianne is always on another level. I agree.
True story.
I agree, and especially today. I mean, she's about to do things, because when the hair is good, we can do a lot of things.
Now we're talking.
Sorry. I don't.
No,
I bet
stories
you
allowed.
Marianne is going to record some videos today with that hair.
I have to. That's why you wash the hair, you put the lippy on the lipstick, so then you go, there's no excuse, or else. And other times it'll be greasy, it'll be up in a bun, and mascara everywhere. But so I have to now. I'll get a nap first, and then I'll come back.
Perfect.
Katie, did you need me to create any tutorials today? Because I've got my lippy on now too. So I'm ready.
Yes, all the tutorials. Yeah.
All done.
We all have lippy on today.
Hey, David.
I mean, I stick with a good old chapstick. You know what I mean? That's the only thing.
Counts.
Yeah.
It counts. That's a good lippy.
Here scratching up the microphone phones, walking away thinking everything's fine. Can't live like that.
Do you all remember there's a little girl who was using lipstick and her dad recorded her? What was she calling it?
Yip dick. Yeah,
Yip dick? Was it yip dick?
Something like that, yeah.
Yes.
My yip dick.
Perfect. Grab your yip dick and let's get going. We're going to create some stuff.
And Paul is saying that Jill got carried away when her cleanup, during the move cleanup.
Oh, yeah, that was when we were talking about stuff.
Jill's moving. Yeah, she's actively moving here, so she's got all the cleanup to do.
You're about to have an awesome room. We can't wait to see that video room you're creating there.
I created some controversy around the knotty pine. It's a knotty pine rectangular box, and I'm like, I don't know about this. And so people were giving me different advice about like modular walls and stuff like that. And then Matt, the generator podcaster here in the chat, and Doc both said that they would harm me if I did anything to that wood. I'm like,
It is a cool look. I have one.
I can't see it yet.
Look.
I can't see it yet.
Yeah,
I have one over here. Woo! See my wooden wall? You just need a Titanic and a chicken sign, and that would really complete your whole look.
That is actually my vibe. Chickens is who I am. Really.
But you know what, Jill? I'm sort of with you. I don't see it yet. I didn't comment because people say like if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say it.
She's like, oh, I hate Jill's new space. How's she gonna make that work?
I'm not sure yet because
Uninvited
you're so,
to unmuted.
You're so energetic and so lively, right? So to me, it's like you need to get that background. If you're gonna keep it, if you're gonna do it like that, you need to get it like you. Like you're gonna need to cover the whole thing, and by it's like. But I'm sharing it with
these
you.
Can come with me.
There you go. Yeah. So I'm sharing it live so that you know the vibe, right? And the energy that's coming with.
Okay, I don't feel totally rejected.
Exactly.
Stop the hater, man. You can't let them get to you.
That's one thing I've learned. I started working for Ecamm this past year, and like Doc, he constantly reminds us, if he's picking on you, it's because he loves you. Doc loves the crap out of me. Doc adores me. He must.
Let me tell you the thing. All you have to do is threaten to tell Karen. Then you'll see him on the next stream. Neck brace. And be like, he fell in the shower again.
Yeah, because Karen's not messing around. She's a black belt.
Exactly. That's all you got to do.
So for you, awesome in the audience, please let us know how was the challenge for you? Do you participate? Which was the one that you had the most resistance? And typically, right, when we have resistance, that's the thing that is going to do or to give us a transformation that we're looking for. Because if there wasn't resistance, we would do it, and then there was nothing to transform. Yeah. So with resistance, we're like, and once we go past that, we're like Jill, like, ooh, I'm awesome. I mean, I'm so good. I'm like, I can't do this.
I'm kind of the best at this.
Right. So how was it for you in the challenge? And then also let us know what your plans are for 2026 when it comes to video or for your business or anything else that you would like to accomplish in the personal life that you can share. And with that, Katie, I'm gonna pass it to you, and let's share what can we expect from Ecamm, the Ecamm fam, you and Jill.
Oh my gosh! So the Ecamm fam or me personally? We're both.
And the Ecamm fam, both.
Oh, more merch. No, just kidding. What can we expect from the Ecamm fam? Yeah, I mean, I hired this crazy person to deal with all the Ecamm fam stuff for me, so Jill can answer that question. Big things as always. We have awesome stuff coming up. I don't know if any of you saw the last Q&A with Ken and Glenn, but they teased too soon as usual for them. But they teased the upcoming. Doc has been calling it horizontal, but we've been calling it dual mode. So yeah, Mary Lou knows what's up. So now you will be able to stream and record in wide and in vertical simultaneously and be able to design those scenes, which we are super, super excited about, both personally and professionally on every level. So that hopefully will be released out into the beta testing group and then widely to everyone in the early new year, which will be really exciting. Me personally, I'm having a ball. I've been on my journey with my personal podcast. So we've been geeking out over old movies, and it's been so fun to see all of my friends and family get involved. Now I feel like everywhere I go in real life, I have people that come up and are like, "What are you watching now, Katie?" Or like, "My favorite, have you seen this yet? Have you rewatched this yet?" So it's become like this hilarious talking point, which has been great. So more to come in that space for me. Jill's challenged our team to on a quest to who can grow their channel the fastest. I am definitely not going to beat Doc and Jill getting to
marketing
100K,
team.
but I'm on a journey there. So I reset my personal YouTube channel to be a channel where I can talk about kind of video growth and some of the stuff there. So I'll be able to finally collaborate on videos. Mary Lou was tagging me on one. And I was like, I don't have a Katie channel yet. So I'm growing my space there. And then I have a really fun project. I'm sneak announce here that I'm doing with Jeff C. In the new year that's all crafting focused. So I'm really, really excited for that to kick off. I've been geeking out about that for the last probably 6 months. I'm like, okay, I want to do something, and I had a really great conversation with Jeff, and so we're going to be crocheting and carving and bringing on all of our crafting friends and talking about some really cool stuff. So lots of stuff for me next year, all kind of continuing my journey.
Katie
into
does
the
all
world
the
of video.
things.
Katie,
Yeah, and
Katie
I
does all the
remember-
things.
I
Katie
remember
has smart
Katie.
friends. Katie has all the things. She's, it's been a good space for me.
I remember, Katie, when you mentioned that you wanted to do, you wanted to have a channel where you talked about movies, 90s movies with your friend before you even started it. So I want to say you mentioned it a year, and then a year later you started it. So it was great to see that you had the vision, you had the thought, and then you followed through and actually did it. And that time you were busy as heck because your team was smaller than it is now. So you were doing all the things, yet you still went forward and released your channel and started your YouTube channel. So that was, I was very proud of you when I saw that, because I knew everything that you were doing behind the scenes, and then you being able to do what you wanted to do and keep it, because this, what is it, 2 years now, a year?
I think it's almost been 3 years. We started
There we
in
go.
January. We're at episode 114 or so. Yeah, if I
crazy,
can offer
Katie.
anyone any advice, honestly, is like get yourself some really obnoxious friends. If you need some of mine, I'm happy to share. But my friends were relentless with me. Like I was like, I'm gonna get to that, and they're like, no, what date? When are you? I'm gonna come on the show. What do you need a graphic? I'm gonna make a graphic. It's like to the point that. I talk a lot about one of my favorite events other than Creator Camp is Lou Mangello's Momentum event. And Jeff and Lou and Paul and Cassie, shout out to that crew who I adore. They like literally signed me up to speak at that event, and they were like, you should talk about your podcast. I was like, no, I should talk about you. They're like, no, you should talk about your podcast that you're starting now. they were relentless with it. And so that went a really long way, because it was both like flattering to hear that they cared that much, and great to just have people that would not back off. They like every excuse I gave, they were like, and then you're gonna start the show. And I mean, Doc, Paul, I mean, literally all of my people were just relentless with me. So I find people, and if you have people, encourage them to be relentless with you. Be relentless with people in your world, because I think often we're folding laundry and putting it away rather than starting the show. So I'm really proud of the work that I've done, but I'm also just really grateful for the people who would not let me get away with putting away laundry and ignoring things that I wanted to do.
That's amazing, because I mean, nothing happens with our people, right? Like we can have ideas, but look at you, you had your idea, but your people were the one who encouraged you. It's like, yes, you know what? I'm gonna do this, and this is it. So have your tribe. Your tribe is oof. Jill.
Me?
Yes.
There's me? Guys, listen, this has been the best year ever in so many different ways. And now, I mean, not just personally, but like I've got a good friend group around me that supports me in many different ways. But now working with Ecamm and getting closer to these other people that are super creative and driven has just been really helpful to me. And I've been going back and forth a lot about what type of content I want to create outside of my role here at Ecamm. And my life has changed so much over the last 5 years. And so I've been like, oh, I should do this. I should do this. And I'm really passionate about this, and I want to talk about this. But I've got so much clarity in the last 2 weeks. And I haven't even talked to Katie about it. Katie, have we talked about this?
No.
Okay. All right. So here's the big announcement. I'm like making it dramatic. The big thing that's been holding me back is that there's a lot of content, a lot of things I personally feel passionate about that I feel like I could talk on and on and on and on and on about. but I'm very mindful that anything I create in the interwebs, like I have 4 kids, like there's certain things that I'm passionate about communicating about, but I don't know that I want to create content around because I also am not great at navigating conflict in the comments. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I do want to create content because I miss being a teacher. I miss being able to create helpful videos. And I was doing this deep dive on my YouTube channel, which has been like, I have not created much on there for literally like 4 or 5 years, but it's still sitting at around 30,000 subscribers. And so I've used AI tools to like analyze what is it that works on this channel. And almost all of it, like the top 5 videos are ridiculously, nothing connects except they're all somewhat educational and somewhat entertaining and not me being super rehearsed. So anyways, I was going back and forth on this. Doc has been on my case about, Jill, just do it. Like you have skills, you have experience, just do the thing. Stop talking about it. So anyways, instead of doing this big transformation for my YouTube channel, this big pivot, I found a way to reignite my love for language acquisition. I have my master's in teaching English as a second other language. And I kind of was feeling insecure about like, well, I'm not in that space anymore. Can I create content around this if I'm not in the ed space? Of course I can. Of course I can. And like, I'm still very passionate about language learning. And there's so much that I have that I've created that I've just not been doing anything with it. So starting this year, and especially with piggybacking on the Content Compass, what do you call it? Like it's like a small group program.
Coaching
Thank you.
group, mentorship.
Yeah, mentoring. Right. So we're gonna have this like accountability group all year long. I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm gonna lean back into my Miss Jill.
Yay.
English for Brazilian Portuguese speakers, along with me also continuing to learn Brazilian Portuguese because I can do it on, I know I have the skill set and I do have the passion for it. And every time I run into a Brazilian Portuguese speaker and I start to, like I took my kids to the barber's the other day and I was like, oh, this is a Brazilian owned shop. And I was like, gente, tudo bom? Estou com saudade de você. Like I instantly like light up and language is such a powerful connection tool. And it's an easy lift for me, and I get to do this instruction and pedagogy however I want to do it. Like I'm not constrained by specific curriculum. I can create my own curriculum, which I already have, and now with all these AI tools, it can help me kind of streamline things. So anyways, in the new year, I will be leaning back into that because I need something that's separate from the tech space, and that I will want to do and live stream it on my YouTube channel to like always feels like a hangout session and it is so much fun and it always energizes me. I'm like, why don't I do this all the time? So I'm gonna do the thing and I'm gonna be Miss Jill de novo. Se você quer aprender inglês comigo, vem gente, yay, woohoo! Okay. Also, wait, one thing I figured out this week. Look. Guys, how cool is this?
Wait, what did you just do? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. I need to get a solo scene. Let me see. Wait a second. Let me put you in here, Jill. Do it again.
So fun.
Snap. That is amazing.
Magic.
That's living right there.
Now I'm angry I don't have glasses.
Miss
This continues to make me really upset.
Miss Flutterby needs those glasses like that.
Right?
She does.
Yes.
Yeah, you
she
get these
does.
like glasses and then I have all these different things. Sorry, I should be selling these because I really love them. This is Superwoman, obviously. But there's all these different attachments. But the green one, right? I mean, it's a party on my face.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Oh my gosh, there's a party in your face. It is. There's a party in Jill's face. That's amazing. Look at that. Oh, where do you get them? Yeah, you should have your link. You should have a link there because,
Somebody else jump on that. It's an iPair website. I don't know, something.
So Jill, what about for the Ecam Fam channel? Like, what other things is the fam going to be seeing on the channel? And
So we want to be featuring a lot with the Ecamm Fam. We're wanting to this particular YouTube channel. We're wanting to do more content for the fam by the fam. So we're going to be bringing back some different series where I'll be interviewing different people that are using Ecamm in a really creative way. I'm sure all of you people will be bugged at some point, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, doing a video for the Ecamm fam? Duh." So yeah, we'll be doing more of that, and then one of my things that I'm working on in Q1 and Q2. Look at me talking corporate. Who am I? I don't know. Is going to be creating a bunch, like an online educational kind of platform for Ecamm. So working with our team and our power users to create some educational content that lives in a place that's easier, that's kind of more organized than just a YouTube channel, and easier to navigate. And there'll be like kind of gamification of like, hey, go through this whole thing, and then you get a badge because you're awesome, and now you know how to use overlays, or you have mastered Ecamm for Zoom. Although I feel like that is never going to be something that's completely mastered because things always change. But
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that'll be an initiative that we're really focused on, just creating that educational space that will be, I think it's needed. So that's what we're going to be doing.
Nice. All right. That is awesome. You see, all this awesome, what is it, beginnings, I guess, or like enhancements, or however we want to call it. But who was it? What's this? Oh, that very clever for you, Jill, for your glasses.
Thank
So
you.
there should be a thing there for you. Should be a thing there for
know.
you. And James, we love you too. Glad to see you here.
Mr. Hicks.
All right. Right. So let's transition to Marianne. So Marianne, what is in store for you for 2026?
I'm actually. Oh, hang on. It's the 3 a.m. croaky voice. I'm really excited about 2026 that I started 2 weeks ago, because we're not waiting until the new year like we've talked about. We just start now. We start on a Tuesday. We start at 3 p.m. And so I didn't think I was going to do a podcast, because I tried that bit. I went through Ecamm's podcast course, and I went, yes, try that, and it didn't hit for me at the time. But then I did the Floma's 12-day challenge. Yay. And you know how what do they say? When opportunity and
Preparation.
whatever and all meet together, it's the explosion. It reminds me of Remy from what's that movie? Brain fog today, where that explosion, where things just meet right at the right time. So I'm going to I've started a podcast. I did a trailer. Did 2 trailers, the intro and the season. So I've got season 1 all lined up. So that's 8 episodes. Awesome. And because, Doc and Katie said, podcasts don't have to be an hour long. They don't have to be half an hour. You don't have to have interviews, and you don't have to have it all, big production and cinematic. It's just front facing. So that's exciting. And I asked ChatGPT, because all year I've just been battling of where am I? What am I doing? And you talked earlier, Kate, about finding your people. And I think for me, Ecamm came at the right time, because I think if I didn't have the community, I probably would have given up, found a full-time job outside of the home, enjoyed something or done something I wouldn't enjoy just for the sake of, doing something. Sorry, I'm going to get emotional. And so just the things, I watch everybody, all the different, I call you guys Ecamm personalities, with all your videos. And I'm like, well, let's try that. Let's do the challenges that come up. Let's try that. And because I tried and I just did whatever the challenge was, I was able to learn so many different things that, okay, I tried that. I actually don't like that. So I'll never go back and say, oh, I wonder what would have happened if I didn't, if I did this. I don't have to wonder, because I tried it and the challenges are there. So I've got 4 seasons for, sort of laid out for 2026, with breaks in between, because we need to make sure we take breaks, we don't burn ourselves out. And opened up a membership on YouTube. I got merchandise. These are all through, the stream and all the cafes and podcast cafes. So it's really important finding, people that will encourage you. You guys don't know how much you've encouraged me, but just showing up and the type of presenter you are. I'm a planner, of course, slash producer. So those little things. So it's really important that I know I see a lot of people in the community, they've had the eCam for a couple of years. They don't, it's just watch. Just put whatever, the replay, the live stream on in the background, because you'll hear that one sentence that will just trigger it for you, and you just go, why not try it? And just so I'm really excited. I've given myself till March though, because you sort of got to make money from this, because I'm sort of like the main breadwinner of the household with this content creation thing that I'm doing. So, but I really thank eCam. I celebrated 1 year anniversary of eCam on 25th of November. So I'm a year in a month now. And so I'm really excited, and I just want to thank the eCam community for that. And people just got to try. Whatever you do, don't procrastinate. Clean up your cables, clean up your thing, because you think that that's the thing that's stopping you from creating. It's not. It's just, it's mindset. And just when you clean up, you have no other excuses, because you can't go, oh, I can't make a show because all my scenes are all over the place, or my cables are all over the place. Just do it and then get on with it and take breaks. That's all. So,
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Thank you for sharing that, Marianne.
now I need my handheld fan, because, perimenopause.
There you go.
Marianne, you gotta share the link there, because there are a lot of ladies who might need that, like including a lot of us here.
My son is doing the stream.
Right? Thank you, Marianne. So Faye, what about you?
So actually, Katie, do you remember what was the exact quote that Brandon said about off season and then getting in the game? Do you remember it? Because I heard
I
you
don't remember
reference
the
it.
exact quote, but that has been like I should ask him for it, because that's been like my guiding force too since he said that. I'm like, I'm in post-season. I'm in post-seasoning. Look at me. Yeah, he's been great. I'll ask him for it.
Yeah, because that was really that quote was, for those of you who didn't hear in past weeks, but that was said at eCam camp, and it was this idea that many of us are in off season, and we've been in like, the question was like, how long have you been in off season practicing your skills, and how many are ready and craving to get in there and actually start playing the game, like just get it. And so that was really meaningful for me, and that's also what sort of kickstarted this last, what I was saying, like really just I expanded the team. I recast, like there's characters that I've done. I basically recast characters, and just decided, no, it's time. Like I've been doing it. Like I have been doing these lives, but in very, when you're working with children and you're doing live, you also have to think about safety, right? Like what is creating a dynamic space, but also a safe space for them. And I was like, yeah, I have enough experience now, hundreds of classrooms, thousands of children, and I know there's value. So it's time to figure out how to do this out into a larger community, so that I can be reaching children across America, North America, maybe beyond, because I think there's value in talking about social emotional, friendship and community and kindness and all of these things. So that's what I've been focusing on. We are going to be doing this. We're doing all of our research, creating all of our assets that we need. Like I said, playing with eCam, and we are scheduled to go live. We had originally said end of February. We might need to go into March, but that's what I'm doing, is just really assembling the team and assessing all of the learning we have from the last 4 years, so that we can really crack open, like, what does modern day children's programming look like when we invite children to be part of that dialogue, just like us as adults. Like right now it's really fun, and there's people chatting, and you feel part, like people out there are feeling part of this. It's not just about the 6 of us or 7 of us here in the, in this space, but it's about you as the viewer as well. And so that's what we want to do with children. And I'm spending a little money to hopefully, like you were saying, I'm a breadwinner with my art as well, and with this. So it's like, how can I do this and not only do it in ways that are dynamic and inviting more families into the space. It's Cozy Corner Live, but also figuring out how to monetize. So those are the things that I'm working on. And like you, building all the assets. Like I have the YouTube channel. I actually have a Cozy Corner TV that I've owned for a long time, that I have cozyarts.org, which is like holds the mission and all of the educational content and all of that. But like I actually am creating a dedicated website to also support this. You know, we do the lives, but then we're going to have the video on demand content, the short and long format, which is going to come out of these lives. So just really being thoughtful so that I'm building a foundation. And I think somebody else said like repeatable. You know, I really also like that. So I'm going to build foundations that are so that we are always building up rather than going, oh, wait, that wasn't stable. How do we tease it apart? But without it keeping me in off season. So that's what's happening over here. And I'm very excited for people to see what I've been doing because, you know, not just a puppet that I'm holding beside me, but really the full program and how we sort of play with eCam to create that.
Wow,
So
Faye,
awesome.
cannot wait to see that.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to see that. That's going to
Thank
be
you.
amazing. Once, because you have it now, you know, on paper, I want to say, right? It's a theory. So once you put it in practice, it's going to feel so good because you already have it out. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think Paul had the quote, off season for learning.
Oh, yeah.
in
Off season is for
doing.
learning, in season is for doing. Yeah, that's awesome.
And so many people get stuck in that, oh, I'm learning, like
Yeah.
like you said at Creator Camp. Brandon was so good about articulating this. Like we consume so much educational content. We keep learning. Oh, there's more things to learn. There's more things to learn. There's always more things to learn. So like be intentional about like, okay, my time for learning is in the summer, and those months I'm going to revamp everything. And then you got what you need, go for it. And even as a former high school teacher, like you have your curriculum map for the year, and if you want to integrate a new lab or a new thing, like you can just do those one at a time. You don't have to rebuild everything from scratch all the time. Start with what you're doing and then make one improvement each stream or make one improvement each video. But that idea, off season for learning and in season for doing, these professional athletes are not taking longer off seasons than they're doing in seasons, right?
Right. And there was one other thing, I don't know if it was Brandon that said it or somebody else, which is that this idea of having to have perfection before you go out there and you know, just go out there and it's through the doing that you really actually do. Like you can prepare, but through the doing is when you start actually working out the kinks and the refinement to really create your brand and your look. And I think that's been a big thing for my team because we're all professionals coming from like professional theater, professional film. And it's that feeling like, no, nobody sees it until it's like, you know,
Until it's
tied with a
done.
bow.
Perfect.
And you know what? That is not, if you want the viewer to be part of this, that is off-putting. Like, where is their space if you show up with it tidy, so tidy that there's no room for that person out there to become one of the influences that forms what your podcast or your you know what you look like and sound like and how they're part of that. You're responding to them. You're not creating in isolation. That is a thing of the past. And that's why I think most of us are attracted to this is because we want to create and be responsive to the needs that are out there. And I don't know, that was really meaningful for me.
Man, this group is amazing. I love y'all. Like I cannot wait for 2026. Like to see all of us and you and viewers. Like I would like to know we would like to know what your plan is for 2026 as well. Because as we share and we get it out there, it's almost like it solidifies it, right? It's not in our minds anymore once we put it on, either whether in paper, but in here, you're gonna put it in the chat, right? If you want to share it. But if you don't want to share it, just for yourself, write it out and start, right? And just like Faye, Marianne, and all of us actually have been saying, just start. Don't wait for perfection. Don't wait. Everything is gonna come together once you start. Because, I mean, you might know what you think you want when you are doing or when you're planning it. But once you put it into action, you're like, that's not working the way I thought it was going to work. But the only way you're going to know is once you get started, right? So, Diana, for you, what is 2026 holding?
Okay. Well, in January, no, I'm just kidding. So for me, I think 2026 is just a year for a new vision. And that's what this last year has been about because I've been creating content for a very long time. There was no such thing as an off season, it was all on season. And I mean, literally on season for year to year to year to year to year to year. And then I'm like, you know what? I need a break. It's like, I need some time off to do nothing. And it's been one of the most beautiful experiences that I've had. So for 2026, a lot of the things that I've been journaling about, just honestly giving space and grace for that new vision to be birthed out, is something that I want to experiment with for 2026. So, what that's looking like so far is going to be more educational content. It's not just going to be so tech heavy, but definitely, of course, cameras and all that jazz is going to be included with that. I've definitely received an abundance of messages of people like, "Where's the Friday show? When are you coming back? Are you
We
okay?
miss
Are you
you.
alive?" I am alive. I promise. Yeah, I miss you guys too. I miss the being in the world and everything like that. However, I think for me, it's been just about that next evolution of what does the business look like? What does my education and stuff look like? Because just kind of doing the same old, same old, same old, same old for a long time. Honestly, just to a point feels long in the tooth. I've been streaming for a really long time, been creating content for a really long time. Doing vertical content before vertical content was a thing, before there was a name for it, before being a creator had a name, and all that jazz. And so now, with the space being mature, you have to level up with AI being just freaking lightning fast. It's like you have to level up. Granted, it doesn't take a year, but that's how much time I wanted to take off for me, and I wasn't going to put a cap on it just because there's external expectations or there's external desires, because you have to do the work. Nobody can do the work for you. You have to show up for yourself. So kind of feels like where you would see Michael Jordan or one of your favorites or whomever, they fake retire for like a year and then they're like, okay, I'm back. So that's kind of like, I didn't say I was retiring, but that's kind of like how it feels like, okay, it's like, oh yeah, I'm ready to get back on. Where's my jersey? And things like that. So I can't give you like definitives other than it's like, yeah, I have a few courses and things lined up that I want to go through. Have some speaking engagements and stuff that's kind of on the table ish, that have been asked about. And so we'll consider those. But a lot of it is just some new variations of possibly some new shows, vertical wise, and then seeing what the Friday live helpcast is going to look like moving forward. And then, of course, like bringing back just regular content to the YouTube channel for specifically content creating with video, but not just making videos, but like actually using video as a very powerful element in the business to make money. Because I think that's for my audience, which is content creating entrepreneurs, they get stuck either on one side or the other. It's either being all creator and then they forget the business, or it's being all business and forgetting the creative side. And I think it's about being a really good example of you can do both. It's not a matter of or, it's a matter of and. It's like I can do this and I can do this. I can be a business owner and I can, create content and things like that. So that's what a lot of my year off has been. Just one, time for me, but then time two to like to reassess where's the market at, where's things at, where's growth at, and what do I want things to look like for me moving forward. So like I said, I got some courses and stuff in mind, a couple speaking engagements, but you will have to check out the channel and all that jazz to see what happens as it comes.
Hey, I mean, that sounds great to me. That sounds great to me. And and I know I mentioned this to you before, Diana, but taking that time off, even just taking a week or three days off, does so much for us and our creative minds. Imagine a year, right? And thankful that you were able to do that, right? So, and with the support behind you, and you're able to now come as you want to after you reassessed everything. So I am so proud of you for doing that, and I cannot wait to see you bringing it forth in 2026. Yay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Mary Lou, I love you. Let's hear it.
So with this challenge and other projects that have happened through the year, like one of them being the one I did on the road with Jill for Ecamm, like I love my production life. I love doing my production. And what I realized is I need something a little more challenging in my personal creative content. So I'm like, well, what's it going to be? What am I thinking about? What am I thinking about? So when I come up with an idea, I'm like, well, what's a problem that needs to be solved? Then what's the insight from that? And in my life, I know when I'm getting up in the morning, I'm like consuming content, but like I'm making my coffee and I'm scrolling. I'm doing something, I'm scrolling. I'm like, well, what did they do before at a morning show? They would put on Good Morning America. But I know so many people like in my age group, like we don't have cable anymore. So I'm not playing that. I don't have the radio because I don't want to just play music. So with thinking about that, I had like, I don't know, something came to me. It was like, you should be live streaming in the morning. And I remember talking with the community that comes to my afternoon live stream, and Kombucha, she was there. And I was like, I think I need to be live streaming in the morning. She's like, I don't know, let's try it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I was like, okay, great. I'm doing a morning show starting next week, Monday through Thursday, a morning show in hopes that it will become that thing that the girlies can just turn on in the morning and have somebody that's like, we're not going to get into crazy hard news. You're not going to be bombarded with the doom. We're going to just talk about some, like the cute morning stuff so we can get into our day, feel inspired, and then have a good day, right? Starting with a good day. So it's going to be called, or it is called Good Morning, Mary Lou. And my dream for all of y'all, so you guys know, okay, before we start it, is I come on and I say, good morning, internet. And then you guys say, good morning, Mary Lou. And then we go on. You get it. You get it. I might have to have you guys record that so I can play it. But that is a dream of mine because I was going back into old journals and it was like, what would be so amazing for you? One thing I found was a morning show would bring me on to be the expert to talk about content creator stuff, right? And I was like, okay, well, that's fun. But I was like, girl, you could just have a morning show. Like, who's even watching these morning shows anymore? Nobody you know. So just make a morning show.
Love it.
And then there we are.
I love it. Oh, it's so fun.
Ah, that is great. Good morning, Mary Lou. Let's go. I mean, you see, like these are the things that happen, and like we all, when we did this, right? We took our time. We stepped back, and then we're like, okay, what do we do? What do we want to do? And all of it comes with what brings us, what energizes us, right? So as soon as something just doesn't give us the little butterfly and challenge, but a good challenge, right? That we're like, yeah, I know this is going to be challenging, but I will do it because of all of the things, right? That's when things happen, when we take time, right? Take back off and look at everything. And journaling is amazing because we share in our journals. We share the answers without knowing it. So going back to the journals and reading it, we're like, oh my gosh, it was there all along. I just wasn't paying attention, right? So like, I love journaling. And this is one of the things like for me, and I'm developing this, so I have it written down and I'm like, until I get it down pat. But I had my show, I still have my show, Officially Unofficial, which was the show that brought me to ECAM. It was the show that helped me land major brand deals with Fortune 100 corporations. And that show was the show that did it for me. And because I got so busy with all the, I want to say with all of the benefits, I guess, that show provided for me, which it was showing up in video, I stopped it. And every time I will look at it or see the name Officially Unofficial, I will smile and I'm like, I won that. But there were so many things happening because of all of the great opportunities that came my way that I'm like, I can do this. But as Diana mentioned in her week 4, the calories, the calories that you
burning mental calories.
Yeah, burning mental calories. I was burning so many mental calories that I could have used to go back to Officially Unofficial. So that's what I did. So I am going to start officially unofficial again in 2026, which is amazing because, as Katie mentioned, a lot of people were asking, Anna, where are you? Like, where is officially unofficial? We miss that content. Because although there are some people who sort of talk about the same content, the same information that I do, is different, right? Because it is you, it's you coming with your experience to share from that specific topic. So here is officially unofficial. I'm gonna read it for you. Officially unofficial is a conversational editorial style show rooted in reflective self-development and cultural conversation. The genre sits between modern self-help, psychology, and thoughtful dialogue. So that is officially unofficial. And although it had nothing to do with video creation, it got me video creation deals. Why? Because of the production value that I use on officially unofficial. Like whenever people will see it, they will be like, what are you using? How are you doing this? And they will not ask about the topic, although I did have all my followers and all the things that they shared about the topics, but they were interested also in the production value and they wanted to have a show just like that. So that's what I'm bringing in 2026 to let all my ladies know, yes, you can do it. And if you want to have a producer, yes, you can have a producer. You can have a remote producer because it calls for that. If you want to record your videos and go into a studio to record your podcast, yes, you can if it is sustainable for you. But also, you can do it. You can do it by yourself until you have the means to hire your video production team and all the things if you need that. So that is on my personal side. So now what is up next, right? What is up next for Unmuted? And what is Unmuted? So you have seen Unmuted, we did the challenge, and this is all about unmuting your voices, unmuting everything that is not allowing you to move forward with the things that you want to do. So for Mary Lou, she unmuted her. She's like, you know what is this? In the morning show, like, what is this? She unmuted that part and she's like, I'm going to have this. And then Diana, she unmuted her. She's like, okay, you know what? I need a break, right? And she muted herself for a bit in front, right, camera video, but she unmuted herself behind the scenes. She came unmuted. She did all her things, right? Same thing with all of us. So for Unmuted, my goal and that of EGAM as well, because Unmuted is supported by EGAM, Unmuted is where entrepreneurs, business professionals, and marketing teams got to make video marketing make sense. So what does this mean? It means strategy. It means the clarity, practical answers for showing up on camera and using video in a way that actually works for their businesses. And this is not only, for example, because I was looking myself, I'm like, okay, I want to do this, I want to use a video for this specific purpose. My clients will come to me, I want to do this video, I want to create how-to videos. And then the way they will create it, it was so overwhelming that I was like, you don't need to do all of this to create a how-to video, right? And so it was like they will try to create it in quick time and then they will not have a strategy. They will create tons of video without a strategy. And so when I will ask them, what are you going to do? Where are you going to post it? Where's the platform? Are you going to go vertical? Is this horizontal? Is this going to be short? Is it going to be long form content? They didn't know, right? They knew none of it. So for Unmuted, I want to provide that to everyone who's creating video. So if it touches video, Unmuted is going to cover it. So we are going to be streaming onto LinkedIn Live and the YouTube, the fam channel here, and sharing all of the strategies. We're going to have great guests. We're going to have how-to, right? So when the guest does share all the strategies and how to do things, we are going to then actually go behind the scenes and do it because we're going to learn and then we're going to take action. So that is Unmuted. We're going to Unmute 2026, all of us. And that is that.
Now we're talking.
That's it. That is Unmuted for us. So yeah, so anybody who wants to share anything else, this is your time. We have gone a little bit over, but we're almost a time of perhaps cannon popping.
Shoot off that cannon.
I put on my glasses.
Put on the glasses. Yeah, we're ready. Get ready, everyone.
If there is a thing. So this was from last year that didn't get used. Right? So I'm
now
gonna
we're ready.
see
We're
I'm gonna
ready.
see if this is going to
See
work.
if the
So
expiration date is accurate.
Do they expire? Feels like no.
wait,
Fine.
that's it. So before we get started, before I try doing this, do you all have anything else to say about the year 2025? How you want to say goodbye to it?
Peace out.
Peace
On
out.
Exactly
Let's
right.
go.
Peace
Yeah.
out. Be done with it.
Thanks, 2025.
Goodbye with it.
Yeah.
2025 was a thing. I don't want to say too many mean things about it because it also brought some good things, but
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, no.
Bye. Moving forward.
Yeah.
So
Onward
let
and
me see.
upward.
Let me see if I can do this. All right. Okay.
You gotta do a countdown.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, you guys do the countdown for me.
Okay, what are you gonna do from 5?
Sure.
25.
25?
No.
No, not
Bye.
25.
Okay.
Go in there.
5,
4,
4,
4,
3,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Yes,
did it.
practical
So now
confetti.
everyone can start doing 2026 right now. We don't need to wait. We can do it right now.
No
We
waiting.
count it down. We're good.
That's our
I'm
EG
about-
New Year's
right?
right there.
2025, you have been evicted.
Yeah, you can evict us. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year, everyone. And I will post a picture of the beautiful mess that I made with my confetti cannon. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great new year. Thank you for being here with us. Bye.
Bye.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Happy New Year.